Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, go ahead and start by clicking that subscribe button down below. Make sure you also turn on post notifications while you're down there, because like I always say, I don't know when I'm gonna be posting. You guys definitely don't know when I'm gonna be posting. So make sure you turn that on so you're notified when I do decide to post again. This is a different video. Like I said, I know I haven't been on here for a while, so I'm gonna give you guys a day in the life. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing today, what it consists of, and yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So we're gonna start by going to get some breakfast from Chouquette. It is a French black-owned bakery here in St. Louis by the amazing Simone. If you guys don't know her, I'll leave her information down below. She's been featured on Food Network, and she's just an amazing superstar here in St. Louis. So we're gonna check that out, and then we're also gonna be doing a review of the food that we get from Chouquette with Deva Williamson. You guys know Deva from one of my last videos. She's an amazing food blogger, amazing mom, amazing food stylist and photographer. I'll also leave her links down below as well. And she's also been featured on Food Network. I feel like the left out person. I got two people that I'm gonna be featuring today that's been on Food Network. So Food Network, go ahead and sign a check with your boy. But no, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things. So I'll bring you guys along for the ride. So let's get into it. Okay, so we just made it to Chouquette. I'm gonna go and pick up the food, and then I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, so I got the goods. I got 3 creme brulee cream puffs, but I'm not gonna show y'all them until I get to David's house, because we gotta do an in-depth review from beginning to end. So I'm gonna take y'all to David's house, and then we'll get the review there. All right, so we are back. I am with the amazing Deva. I told you guys about her earlier. If you guys saw my vlog from a year ago, that's what it feels like. You saw Deva. We were doing the gym shoot. And so now we're gonna be doing a review of, we got a special gift here. So there's a lot of confusion about how to pronunciate the name of the bakery. So we're just gonna have a go at trying to pronounce it. So how do you think it's pronounced?
I think that it is pronounced La Chouquette.
La Chouquette. So is the, I don't think the la is a part of the name.
It's on the box.
So then do you not pronounce this?
I don't.
Okay.
Because I really don't know how to pronounce it.
So then we're just going to call it, I'm going to call it Chouquette. And then
Simone
can so we can, so Simone can let us know if we're pronunciating it right, because I honestly don't know. Okay, so anyways, we got 2 of the creme brulee cream puffs. And so I hope you guys can see it. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I don't want to drop it.
Oh no, that would be my luck.
Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what we have here. So I'll let you grab one.
Oh man, it looks really good. I love the color.
Yeah. So real quick, I want to let you guys know that she sells out every day. So she has her website open at 8 a.m. every morning. And she sells that by 8:05 every morning. And so if you don't have your card information already saved in, you're not going to get anything. So luckily I got by the grace of God to this morning, and we were able to get 2 of these.
I'm really happy that you were able to get
so so I'm actually going to cut mine in half if I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Let's see.
So it looks like we've got a caramelized sugar disc on top. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So if you guys don't know what creme brulee is, essentially it is a vanilla bean custard traditionally. It's baked off into like a bain-marie, so it's kind of baked, steamed, and then it gets finished with sugar, and then you torch it, and then it kind of creates like a caramel on top. And a lot of people break through the caramel, and then they're into the custard. So.
Ooh, mine is squishy.
And so essentially what they did is sum that up into a patisserie dough and made a cream puff into it. So it looks amazing.
It does.
I'm gonna show you guys the inside, so hopefully you guys can see that.
Oh yeah, all the layering in the dough is beautiful here.
Yeah, it's perfect. Awesome. And then they just hold it on with a little bit of chocolate at the bottom so it doesn't slide off.
Oh, look, and I barely got any on the bottom line.
Okay, so Deva is extremely dramatic when it comes to eating chocolate.
Dramatic?
Yeah, extremely dramatic. She does not like chocolate to an extent where you think that she's allergic to it, but she's not. She just doesn't like chocolate. So,
yeah.
anyways.
So I I don't have to eat it. I can completely enjoy this treat without being afraid of the chocolate. So that's nice.
Awesome. So I'm gonna have a go at it.
Okay.
Let's see. Oops, I hate that sound. I love it. I love it. I love Simone's desserts. I've known her for a couple of years now. She was actually a judge for a competition that I did back in 2018, I think. And so it was a competition held by Eckert's, and so it was actually an apple pie competition, which I placed first for creativity.
Yes.
Of course. But no, she was a judge. That was actually my first time meeting her, was there. And we've been connected ever since. So I love her desserts because they're not overly sweet. And with me being a pastry chef, I don't like overly sweet desserts because I think it kind of kills the flavor of whatever you're doing. But this is really good. What do you think?
The textures are all really good. I love that I can taste the vanilla bean and the custard. The caramelized sugar disc on top it adds just the right sweetness, because even though I bake and work with desserts primarily, I don't like overly sweet things. I really like to enjoy the textures and the flavors and how they marry, and I think that she did a beautiful job with this.
No, it works perfectly.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So Patisserie dough is not very flavorful. It's more of an egg dough, so you kind of get the flavor of egginess. And so you can really do a lot with cream puffs. And so I think that she really found the perfect combination to go with this. It's really, I don't know, I like it. It's light. It doesn't feel very heavy.
And
it's not
a
dense at all.
Flavor.
Yeah, so yeah, it's perfect.
But she nailed it. Good job.
Awesome. So we can go into a little bit more about the owner. Simone is actually a black entrepreneur here in St. Louis. So we're going to go in a little bit more just describing the person that Simone is. She's an amazing pastry chef. She's been featured, I think, a couple of times on Food Network. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know she was featured in a baking show on Food Network. And she absolutely killed it. There's a lot of memes.
I
know! There's a lot of memes about her episode, which I will post a couple of them in this video so you guys can see what we're talking about.
By the way, like, Simone, she is such a funny person.
Yeah, she's extremely funny.
I look forward to, like, seeing her every day online, just because her personality is so vibrant. She keeps it real, and she's great. So I am just so happy that I was able to experience her food. Yeah.
I haven't had any of her Creole savory food yet, but I hope we get to feature it one day because I love soul food. I love creative Creole food. Which she does an amazing job at, from what I've seen. And she is, she's also very passionate about Asian culture, which is a big topic now in 2020 and then now into 2021. A lot of people are talking about Asian hate, which has been like kind of trending on social media and stuff like that. So I really appreciate her for accepting that as a culture, giving credit to where credit is due, because a lot of people will take that aspect, take their food, and then kind of discontinue the people that's behind the food, but she doesn't do that. And so I love that, you know, people are able to do that type of thing and do it, you know, gratefully. So I think that's really awesome. So I commend you on that. So Deva, you guys know Deva a little bit. You guys got to see a little bit of her personality in the last video that I posted. If you guys didn't, I'll leave a link down below so you guys can go watch that video. That was extremely fun. And so I guess you can kind of tell them a little bit about you. I kind of gave them a little bit an intro about you earlier, but they don't really know Deva.
Who am I? I'm Big Laugh Kitchen, and as I hang out with Juwan more, you'll get to know my laugh if you don't know it already. I'm a bit of a goofball, and So I have been cooking I've been in the industry for about 20 years now. I moved into the sweet, as opposed to the savory 7.5 years ago. Started baking, and I'm the owner of Big Laugh Kitchen. I really love experimenting with flavors and eating food.
Yeah.
Not just because of how it tastes, but how it brings together other people. Bringing together people is really important to me. And so I like to make beautiful cakes and desserts because that'll get people coming real fast. Like you say cake, they're coming.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. But I really appreciate working with Jawan, as he is so talented and a go-getter. And so thanks for sharing this treat with me.
Oh, no problem. This is really fun. Me and Deva don't get to sit down and chat often because we are just everywhere with personal life. She's a mom to 3 kids. She's also an amazing wife.
Oh.
Mims has told me. And so our schedules are not really the same as it comes to that. But when we do get to chill, we get to shoot and do food photography and stuff like that. It's really an awesome time. So the first time I met Deva, I told her this a couple of weeks ago that she actually catfished me because no. So let me tell you guys. So if you check out Deva's Instagram, which is Big Laugh Kitchen, I'll post it down below. I'll post a link down below. No, it's funny because food photography is very deceiving. And so people can make it look like they're in, a really high-end facility or a really
I'm gonna say that.
a really awesome, the backgrounds are really deceiving and stuff.
Nice
studio. So they condensed a large studio into this much space with food photography. And so we were planning the shoot together. And so I came over and I was like, oh, okay. She was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna shoot. And then she pulled out a table that was about this big. And she was like, yeah, we're just gonna set this up next to the window and get some really cool shots. I was like, oh, okay, all right. I had no clue. Also, I was new to food photography, so I didn't know much about creating scenes and stuff like that, and just how much space you really needed to actually get an effective shot with food photography. It's a lot smaller than the production stuff that I follow on Instagram and stuff like that. So that's just a joking gig that we have going on. But no, it was really fun. What was our first shoot? I don't even remember the first thing we...
It was a cake.
I do remember. It was the stencil cake.
It was a stencil cake. I think it's still your cover photo for something.
Yeah, I think it's still my Facebook cover. I
have a tiny house, I would say, but I love my house. I appreciate my house. And I take a bit of pride knowing that I can shoot the stuff that I do in like a square foot.
No, really, no. Because a lot of people that are into styling and food photography and stuff, they have these multi-million-dollar production facilities to execute the same shot that she can get with limited resources to achieve the shot, which is awesome. And so we are actually working on some projects to help other individuals that are in the same situation as us starting off. You don't have necessarily a lot of money to blow on equipment and cameras and stuff like that. So we'll be putting together a course in the near future for people like that. So you guys can up your game when it comes to food photography and styling and stuff like that.
Maybe don't catfish people.
Oh man, no,
I never said I had a multi-million-dollar.
I know, right? I know.
So I wasn't. You just assumed that I had a big
I definitely assumed that. But no, it was really fun. Our first shoot turned out really, really great. Believe it or not, I actually made a chocolate cake for our first photography session together. And she was like, "It looks good, but I'm not gonna taste it." But
I can't do chocolate.
Yeah. So maybe you should tell them what's up with you and chocolate.
When I was younger, it was probably maybe 30 years ago. My sister and I, we were out walking, and we found some cash, and it's like, oh, let's go buy some candy, because that's what kids do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And back then, you could get like 8 candy bars, 5 candy bars for $1, and we did. I can just remember going through the store, and this memory is like flashes.
Really?
So I can, as I remember it, I see the money on the curb and like picking up the money. And then walking through the grocery store with a basket full of candy bars. And I'm not even going to say the names of the candy bars. Because I'm sure that many of you enjoy those candy bars and would love to continue enjoying the candy bars. And
oh man.
In all honesty, it wasn't the candy bar that hurt me. It was my own lack of self-control. So I came home, very happy, smile on my face, and then I can remember eating it, and then I remember swimming in it. Wait. Maybe this isn't so appropriate for, like, while we're talking, I'm talking about, like, throwing up. Chocolate everywhere. And I felt like I was swimming in it up to my knees. And I can't smell chocolate. Touching it just makes me feel weird. Don't put it in my food. I just really can't do chocolate. It freaks me out.
Remember what I said earlier about her and chocolate, right?
But listen, you've never seen me with ketchup, have you?
No, I haven't.
Ketchup, way worse. I will actually cry. I will
really?
Jump through a wall. There was one time that I even like worked at a school, and the kids used to chase me around the cafeteria with the ketchup.
Oh my
god!
God.
Like even they would bring the plates to me, and I just like I can't. I will cry. I can't smell it. I won't even buy it.
Oh my God!
If it is going to cross the threshold of my house, someone else, my husband, is gonna have to do it because I won't. So, chocolate and ketchup are the two things that I just. Not for me.
Maybe I should do.
No, don't if you don't.
No, maybe we should do
a prank.
No, not a prank.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of videos of chefs trying to get people to eat stuff that they don't really eat. It normally includes vegetables, but chocolate and ketchup. I think we could do something with that. I think that'd be really fun. I don't know. We might have to work on something like that. I think I can get Deva to eat chocolate and ketchup in the same dish.
That sounds so disgusting!
Yeah, so I'll play around with that and see what we come up with in the near future. Because that sounds really interesting.
I can't believe you mentioned the same sentence.
Oh man, no, that's hilarious. That is so funny. Oh man. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that. It won't be any pranks or anything. She'll know about what it is that we're doing. And yeah, so yeah, I'm actually gonna go through with that, and we're gonna come up with something really fun.
We might not be friends afterwards.
Oh man, no, I think that'd be really fun though. Yeah, so I think that's.
Thanks so much for sharing.
Oh, no problem. This is really fun.
Yeah, it was really nice.
This is awesome. So, go ahead and let them know where they can find you. I'll leave all your links down below, but go ahead and let them know. Yeah.
Okay. My work can be found on Instagram. My handle is Big Laugh Kitchen, and I have underscores in between each word. And I'm also on Unsplash, where I love to shoot the cakes that I bake, and I give them away as free stock photography for anybody to use. And so my handle there is also Big Laugh Kitchen, but there are no underscores in there. So unsplash.com/Big Laugh Kitchen.
Yep. So real quick before we head off, I want you to talk a little bit about your photography with like the stock images and stuff. Because I've seen, you guys have probably actually seen some of Deva's work before, you just didn't know it was her. Because there's a lot of apps that I've downloaded that had stock images. And I was like, Deva, is this your work? Like, why am I seeing this on the most random apps ever? Yeah. I was downloaded like a background for my phone, and it was like a bunch of different cakes and stuff. And I was like, This looks familiar. So I guess you can kind of tell them a little bit how you got into like shooting for stock images and stuff like that, and then what it looks like on the back end as far as like your view count and stuff like that, and how you are actually using that to kind of promote like your work, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So like when I got my camera, I started shooting and I was pretty terrible at it. And well, so I initially thought that it was the camera, so I put it down for just a little bit. But then I developed like the strong need. I needed pictures for my cakes, because after I would make them and give them to my customer, then I had nothing left, and I couldn't advertise in any way, and I was looking for stock photography, but I could never find anything that was exactly like me. Yeah, you know, it was either too dark or the cake didn't look like it was, you know, a style or something that I would make. So what was out there that was not what I was looking for. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try this again. And so it turned out that it was not the camera. It was actually me. Like, I was a terrible photographer. So I spent about a week reading through just manual mode in a camera. And then I decided that I was going to try it, and I did, and I was like, wow, that's not that hard. So if you are afraid to shoot in manual, really, it's a lot simpler than you would imagine, and the results are like night and day. Yeah. Like, yeah. So I started shooting my stuff, and it was doing great, and then as I was doing that, I was realizing that other people are also looking for photography, and they don't know how to do it, or they're not able to quickly get their hands on the types of pictures that they wanted. And so I was like, well, I found Unsplash. It's like, well, I don't know, maybe I'm not good enough to put my stuff on there. So I was like, well, one of my friends was like, well, just try it and see. Yeah. Right? And so I was like, okay, I guess this will determine whether or not I'm like good or not. I don't know. And so I submitted my picture to Unsplash, and they do have like some criteria that they would like for you to meet. If you ever go on Unsplash, then you'll see the pictures are very high quality. And I have seen some pictures that are from cell phones, so you don't necessarily have to have that, but like, I did not know that people could be so skilled with a cell phone, but they can. Yeah. So I was like, am I gonna meet this? And I did. And even now, so there are just over 250,000 artists, photographers who contribute their photos to Unsplash, and I'm in the top 500 after 2 years. Wow. I know. I'm like, insane. Wow. And I didn't even imagine. And I really appreciate how it's put together. It's really helped me by donating my pictures. It has helped me boost my SEO, so I am findable on the internet. Just like, you know, he downloads these apps and he sees my pictures everywhere. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to tag the artist who made the picture when you download it, but a lot of people do choose to tag me, and so that ends up leading back to me, so then I show up higher on search results. What else? Oh, on the back end, I can actually see like how many people have viewed it, how many people downloaded it. So it's able to really train me into knowing what is it that people like. Right. Yeah. Because there are some pictures, I was even counting last night, there are some pictures that I've had that have been flops. Even though they met the criteria to be on there, but they just didn't meet what I felt was something, the number of downloads and views that tells me, you know what, this is what the market likes. And I had 12 flops out of 57.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I was like,
that's not bad at all.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's
so. But it's really helped me to learn about market and about what it is that people are looking for. And as time goes on, I'm trying to learn how to move out of my branding. It's a little bit hard because I would like to shoot for other people. but I stay true to my style. But to
Yeah.
be able to expand, it's fun to learn more about photography whenever you can.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
You
Deva
should do
actually,
Unsplash.
I know I should. I really should get into it. But no, Deva has really explained to me over the years about style because I didn't really know much about it. And so when we were first working together, she was kind of showing me her style. I was like, okay, I didn't really think in depth about style because as a chef who trained to be a photographer, I was more so focused on the food and what the food looked like and not what's around the food. But honestly, I think what's around the food sells the food. So, yeah. So, like I said, we're going to be working on a course for you guys to help promote your business and even to help you grow as a photographer if that's something that you want to do. And we are really going to help, everyone, I think.
Yeah,
whether you're an at-home baker, a professional chef, or you want to be a photographer. I think, we can nail all of those different individuals because we are that. So,
and especially with the world has moved into the digital space so much, and our choices that we make in our everyday life is influenced by what we're seeing on these screens because we're on them most of the time. Yeah. So everybody can learn from that.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. Yeah. So make sure you guys are staying out for that because me and Deva have a lot of plans to get a lot of stuff done, but we kind of. I'm grateful that we're able to be in a position where we don't need to do something
right away.
Yeah, right away. We can kind of sit back and then kind of let it marinate and then kind of over the course like okay, we can add that to it instead of having a deadline from a demanding, overhead or something like that to get it, produced or something like that. So it's a pro and a con at the same time. Because then we're like, oh, we can do that in, 6 months.
Or 6 years.
Yeah, or 6 years. Yeah. But no, so we're definitely going to get some things working. We talked about doing a cookbook. I don't know if we should say what we want to do it about.
No, but because I've referenced the cookbook through the newspaper also, but nobody knows what it's about.
Yeah. So it's kind of, you guys can
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be extremely fun.
I'm so excited. Like, I've gone through different ideas of content to put in a book before, but this one has me really excited. I think almost because it's like, just like with the chocolate and the ketchup, like I have texture issues. I have really funny, fickle things about food. And so, I mean, it makes the kitchen very enjoyable to me. And Juwan, I mean, he makes me laugh we laugh so much together. And it's like, I have a great time with him. Yeah. And so, what we're working on, I think it's a great, collaboration and it'll be fun for anybody who reads it.
Yeah. So. I think you guys are going to be really surprised when you see what it is. Because when she pitched it to me, I was like, okay. Yeah. At first I was like, what? And then when we got into it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm still a little like freak out. but whatever. Like I've met some people and have had people in my life over the past year who have really challenged me to try things that are hard and outside of my comfort zone and not to spend too much time thinking about why I shouldn't do it. Just do it. Yeah. Like, I mean, why not? Yeah. So, it'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. So, like I said, I'll leave all of her links on where you can find her down below. If you guys enjoyed this conversation, I think it was a pretty good conversation. Yeah. We really didn't have a plan, to be honest. We kind of just set up the camera and was like, oh, okay, yeah. let's record. Yeah. But no, I think it turned out really great. If you guys enjoyed this content, if you want to see more like it, you can head over to my YouTube page. I'll leave all of Deva's links and also my links down below. Where you, make sure you guys head over to Instagram because we post there. I post pretty much daily. Deva, you're weekly. I would
I'm a
give you
weekly.
maybe 4 times out of the week.
No,
maybe.
I'm pretty sporadic,
Yeah.
actually, so
Yeah.
shame on me. I like to post around the holidays because I create content for people. When I have a story to share, I'm learning to share more because I'm generally private.
Yeah.
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 Because my house is so small. Like, I don't know. I work in a small space. And I usually have my kids running around or I'm driving them around everywhere. So it's hard to be able to do stuff often like you do. So, which is cool. I'll get there. My kids are getting big.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, I'll leave all of those links down below. If you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you head over back to my YouTube page and watch a couple of my last videos. I think the 2 videos ago featured Deva, and we were doing a shoot, a gym shoot, and so she was actually like the model photographer. So it was really fun. If you guys enjoyed that content, head over to that video. Also,
my daughter shot it right.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. I know we keep trying to end the video and then we keep going into different things, but that's kind of how we chat, anyways.
Yeah.
So the video is recorded by her daughter, and so it's a weird angle because it's like low and then it's like she's shooting up and she's running around with the camera. So it's really fun. I had like 2 hours worth of footage that I had to edit into like 5 minutes because it was. Yeah, and so she was like shooting the YouTube video at one point, and then she was messing with us at one point. So it's really enjoyable. Like I said, I'll leave it at the end of this video so you guys can find that.
Sums up my day.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
great,
so, but yeah, I'll leave that down below. And then so make sure you guys subscribe if you're not. Make sure you also turn on post notifications. Because like I always say at the end of my videos, I don't know when I'm going to be posting. You definitely don't know when I'm going to be posting. So make sure you turn on post notifications so you're notified when I do decide to post again. It may be tomorrow. It may be next month. It may be next week. I don't really know. So yeah, make sure you turn that on so you're notified. And then leave a thumbs up if you leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.